Link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day whatchamacallit, on this 29th May 2025. Ooh, we have the result of the tournament, so let's check that out. This is the last time I'm possibly gonna be buying some ultimate weapon. No, we don't have enough. Possibly, I don't know. So let's check out what we have first, right? Ooh, we had a little bit of a lag over here in the crown. Okay. You see? Okay, cool. That's not a big deal. If you were destined alive, I don't care. You only have to restart it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be restarting it. That's all they do. You're trying to signal suicide. Oh. Nope. See? Once again. Ah. Fuck. It's so dumb, dude. My recording thing for the sword isn't working well, so it's constantly. We finished rank 12 and the tournament, which is pretty average. This is what we average usually, so it's not that big of a deal. And the shield, what did we do? We averaged rank 17. I don't remember if this is less or this is more, but the funny thing is, this is absolutely insane. So, guys, if you can watch the Shield, you would see that we have one playthrough, which is Invented Sword, right? Which is at 491, and we have Invented Shield, which is at 491. So, rank 17. The good news is we got both 17 on this one, so this is the same price on these. So for the first time ever, it's like they're neck and neck. We did get the quests. What is the quest? What is the quest? Good. Okay, perfect. Uh, nice. Good. And good. So this is humongous. Now we're gonna be making some content, but I gotta call my father first. There you go. Good. Perfect. Sure. Okay, that's good. Okay, perfect. Uh, don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Considering well in this 29th May 2025, we are playing the tower. This is gonna be a very short behind the scene. What we started doing is having two sets of videos, so 1 hour each or an hour and a half each. So there's a lot less. We have some snack. We have this. I got a couple of videos to do. We're possibly gonna be reviewing a little bit of season. Well, we're gonna finish season 9 of Trailer Park Boys, which is gonna be super easy. We got about 30 minutes left. Then I'm gonna be playing Brown Dust, which is a new game I downloaded, and then I'm gonna be doing a TikTok live today. So that's gonna be cool. And that is pretty much it. So cannot wait to see you guys. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Hope you guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this. It's 29 May 2025. Today is a rainy day, but it doesn't matter. We're still gonna film it because Nature Corn is Nature Corn. We have both the sword and the shield. The sword, I've been having problem with the recording. The app is. Don't blink, it's your boy Dr. Fatthing over here. I was supposed to do a nature corn, but I broke the video. So yeah, so we're still here. We're still be playing the tower. And having problem the recording of the sword. I don't know why, cause I restarted the tablet, which usually helps. Got a couple of videos to do, but I'm gonna be showing you nature corn. Once again, I would feel bad if I wasn't showing you the best view that we have, right? I don't care. Good. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink with once again a very foggy camera. Oops. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Player Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 29 May 2025. Today we're doing a little bit of an intro. The intro could be for the day. So once again we have pita bread, which is pretty dried up, so it's older. You got cheese. And the cool thing is cheese is a bit melty, but has cooled down a little bit, so that's too happy. Now, intro. It's perfectly simple. I'm going to be doing a little bit of video, gaming. I said I played a bunch of games. I wasn't going to play them, and then there's something special. This special will be on TikTok live. So I'm excited for this. Of course, it's all going to depend on if it happens or not. I'm not sure. Right now, the plan is to do TikTok live. But I just don't know. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the commercial. Because of the market having a wonderful day on this 29th May 2025. Today we're doing a taste test. We're tasting a Rockstar. Funny thing is, yesterday I was like, oh my god, I don't have energy drinks. No, we cleaned the apartment, we found 3. One of them was the Rockstar Strawberry and Lime. First of all, the design, really cool. I don't really mind the design, right? However, the fact that they actually make the effort to put some green and some red is always appreciated. The bottle looks good. Now this one was kind of scary because I was like, I think I already did this. So what ended up happening is the strawberry and kiwi is actually really similar to strawberry and lime, which I think is problematic. But at the same time, if you look at kiwi, pretty much the same shade of green as lime, right? I was gonna take a bite of my pita bread. It looks and smells delicious. Without further ado, let's have a taste. Strawberry and lime, what I'm expecting? Well, I don't know, but I'm expecting something really cool because the strawberry has a really nice sweet taste. The lime is a bit citrusy, but also sweet. So I'm expecting a nice mixture of bitterness, citrusy, and sweet. Let's smell it. Smells really good. I'm not a big smell guy, but for some reason the strawberry smell is actually really popular and really potent. But then you look at a margarita, you look at a lime, you look at the lemon juice. It's really potent. So you get a nice little mixture. Whoa. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one's really weird. So the taste of itself is kind of good, but it's I don't know how to like it. Okay. Well, the first thing you taste is strawberry, right? And then you taste lime, but it's like instead of harmonizing and instead of kind of having a nice homunculus or a nice I don't know how you say it. There's a mixture. You know when you have a mixture and you have 2 different colors, they come together perfectly versus when they don't come together perfectly. That's what I'm talking about. So the strawberry comes in, then you get a little bit of lime. You got more strawberry and more lime. It's like it's hitting you by wave. Because the way it's hitting you by wave is constantly the same thing. Strawberry, lime, strawberry, lime, strawberry, lime. Which I think is cool because the fact that it's hitting you in a wave is kind of impressing. I would have actually preferred a very pronounced strawberry taste and then some of the lime aspect to it. I think it would have done better. I think it would have been way better. But at the same time, I think they did something that's quite special here. The weird thing is, looking that strawberry and lime works well together. If you don't see a lot of caffeine drink or energy drink with strawberry and lime. So if it works well together, see, that's the thing. I was talking about this with fruit punch yesterday, Rockstar fruit punch, and it's the perfect example. See, fruit punch, you got it. Every single energy drink gonna have this because it's a simple winning recipe. If this was a winning recipe, people would have it, but it don't. So it makes me think that maybe it doesn't work quite well together. And it's super perfumey. This is the actual first rock that I have where I don't feel like the blend is that potent. Now, the trick with Rockstar, and I just noticed that, which is fucking well, I think I noticed that, but I didn't understand what you mean. Or sugar, this is the lower calorie form. So the blend itself is going to be different. Once again, they don't use sugar, they use aspartame, which is the replacement for sugar. What we're going to see is, I, I, it's complex because I feel like, and I hate saying this because it feels like I'm talking shit about products that don't have calorie. It's not the case. I feel like a lot of people are willing to sacrifice a little bit of the taste if they can be more, not necessarily cautious, but kind of more, it's a better choice. Less calories is a better choice. You'd be surprised how many calories you drink by, like in little instant coffee is 90 calories. If you're looking at your calories, Monster Energy drinks are the worst. Rockstar. Do we have actually a Rockstar? I should have a Rockstar. So this is normal sugar, and the calorie here is 250. So you're saving. You're gonna have the same quantity of liquid. You have the same sensation. You have the same energy. Let's see how much taurine there is in this one. Taurine is the caffeine aspect. You got a 1998, and this one you got 65. Well, that's a huge difference. I don't know if that's as good of a high caffeine content. I don't know. This is weird. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I'm fucking stupid. On top of taurine, there's caffeine. Caffeine on this one is 167, and on this one we have 165. So you're losing 2 grams of caffeine, which is not a big deal. So a lot of people will sacrifice the taste for a more cautious is the right word, cautious choice. Now, am I saying that the cautious choice isn't always, when I say cautious choice was the best tasting, one of my favorite energy drink, this one was fucking phenomenal. It's 10 calories. Even the delicious is 10 calories. There is a good way. However, you have to understand that marketing wise, a lot of people are going to be only opting for the lower calorie option. So the zero sugar, the ultra, actually quite smart. We have Celsius, and they're all low calorie. Anyway, let's guys, take it easy. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Wake Up Story Show. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys are having a wonderful day on this 29th May 2025. As you can tell, we're in a great mood. The weather's shitty, but we're doing okay. You guys know that channel. I often talk about the way I'm feeling. My apologies. We had Rockstar, Robert Reline. And one day I'm gonna get a fucking sponsor, and all of you people that says, dude, why are you promoting products? Because Papa needs to pay his bill. You know what I mean? So today, you guys, how not to do an intro? ADHD Power Super Saiyan 4. If you again, oh my god. I'm so sorry. Wait a second, guys. Okay, now this is enough. Doesn't make. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, because we're recording on the Sword, alright? And the tablet has been having a problem lately with the recording. So I was like, and it keeps on breaking. Yesterday, I don't mind because usually it breaks in the beginning. I don't really mind. But yesterday we were doing 4 hours at the tower, filming 4 hours at the tower, which for you guys that don't know is about 40 gigs of data. Yes, sir. So the 40 gig of data is quite crazy because I'm like, dude, I just spent legit 4 hours, and now I have to spend legit 25 minutes repairing the file. Thankfully, the record program does have a okay. So record program, long story short, if you don't stop it yourself and it stops automatically, the file breaks. You have to repair it. It takes minutes. The longer the file is, the longer it is. It takes to fix. I've been having a problem with this, but it's okay. It didn't break. So you guys know with the channel, you guys know that I love talking about a bunch of things. Porns, wrestling. Oh, that's not on this channel. Home renovation? No, not really. Current event, kinda. So we had a current event happen yesterday, right? And trust me, it's kind of crazy. So as you guys know, we've been living in this particular building for 12 years. I had bad running with the janitor. Now this is crazy because I'm telling you this as if you guys know. I heard about this in a video, Pita Bread, about 8 months ago. Who remember this shit? Nobody, right? Yesterday we had some issues with one of the neighbors, right? And this doesn't happen often. Usually we're doing pretty good. Last altercation I made a mistake. I made a blunder. I like to bring my phone in because at the door you can either use your key or ring yourself in, and then you press your button and then you open your door for yourself. Just like when you're going down and you're pressing a button to open the door for you, I bring myself down and I open the door for myself. So sometimes my phone is dead, and I kept on ringing at this one apartment. So the problem that happened is this one apartment before was for janitor, right? Now we changed janitor, and before I had more problem with my keys. I used to lose my keys a lot. Still do. But now that I don't ring them, I don't lose them because they're still at home. So re-ring. Oh man, that's a bad thing. Re-ring. I just. Oh my god. The ex-janitor used to live at the 101, and now he left. Now they replaced him with one of the janitors at the first level. They changed, but now there's a new family in the 101. So I forget my keys, and I'm a bit tipsy. So I ring, and this what happened about, I want to say, uh, well, it was during Mother's Day, so this much. I ring, it's 10 o'clock at night, and I ring, because I forgot, my phone is dead. And I ring. And I don't think about the janitor is gone. Somebody opened the door. He has his baby is crying. And he looks at me and he said this one thing. Dude, seriously? I'm like, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I didn't say bro, but I'm so sorry. Okay. And then again, I saw him again. And I apologized again and said, don't worry, please, next time, you know. And he was super nice and said, hey, I'm new here, how are you? This is my name. I said, okay, this is my name. He said, where do you live? And I told him where I live. And I said, okay, well, nice to see your neighbors. It was just fun. So yesterday we have this new neighbor, right? And she, I don't know. This is what I read video about. This is me giving you guys life lesson, right? Because I'm a bit older and I've been through some shit, right? And I don't know if she's drinking. Basically, she was very loud. She was very obnoxious. So I'm coming in and I'm filming and she's making some noise. And you know what? And this you can all see. You can all see if this is the content of yesterday. You can see no problem. So she comes in and she makes some noise. And I'm in the door, I'm like, oh, it's my neighbor, I have to share space. Now, she comes in at 9 o'clock because I'm filming. And the first thing I'm hearing her saying, shut up. And is she talking to me? And at first I'm not sure, right? But by the way, if I was too loud, they wouldn't be on the balcony. You know? So it's on the question of, put water in your wine, you live together. The balcony, bro, we live next to you live next to a street. You don't scream at cars for playing loud music. You don't scream at people for talking in the streets. You're talking to your neighbors, right? So long story short, she said shut up. At first I'm not like this. And then she keeps on talking yap. And then I have a choice. Either I'm giving her shit. I'm doing a video, and the video's already long, so I'm not gonna make it on purpose to do even more. And then at first I ignored her. And then she said something. And she said, I'm about to fucking smack you. And then I'm like, okay, well, guess what? And then I thought about it. And life is crazy because 2 days ago, I was watching Asian Andy Squatter Story. Asian Andy, super simple plot. He has a sister. His sister has her Airbnb. There's a squatter and her Airbnb. She's notorious. She's an experienced squatter. She's been squatting in different homes. She tells Asian Andy, please get her out. But the whole story is taking a squatter and making them leave by making the living situation completely unlivable. Like, maybe this is my Asian Andy. Now, here's the problem. I could talk to her. I could give her shit. I could scream at her. Trust me, when I scream, I don't know when I have a loud voice. I could scream at her. The problem is, I don't want to wake my neighbor up. See, that's the thing. I know I make content on the balcony, and I know that sometimes people can hear me, right? That's why I be careful not being too loud, because sometimes, you know, I get joyous. However, here's the thing. I've been making content on the balcony since last year, and I've been making content at sunrise. People never complain, or they did and I didn't know, right? She stood up, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was reminded of people that bullied me. And it's funny because yesterday we were talking about the bully, and we were talking about shitty people. I was talking about a dude, and some people, they'll only learn with violence. This one, I can tell she's a problem because she's constantly drunk. And it's funny because, oh dude, this is bad. So I'm filming, and I can hear her. Now, there's a certain plus that comes in with living in the same place for 12 years. You know your neighbor's voice. And I don't recognize her voice. I think she's new. So I come in, and I have that. And then my director comes in, and he says, hey, somebody complained about you. And it's funny because Musa came in 15 minutes after she gave me shit. So I'm like, Musa, can I show you something? He's like, what's up? And I show Musa, which is my janitor. I show Musa the recording that I had. Now, I was smart, and when she told me I'm gonna smack you, I look at the time I was filming. And in the video I was filming, sometimes I show him, I can hear her violent strength, right? And I can hear her, like, you can hear her scream and shit like that. And I'm like, I know that I'm talking outside, but I'm not being loud. Plus, this is a common space, this is my private, right? And then he said, you know that you're not allowed to record. So you don't see. First of all, you don't see her. Second of all, this is my private, not house. This is a private property. It's okay. So I'm renting. I'm renting. And since I'm renting, and this is a building, you would have cases of shared living, right? Which is public space. But because I'm renting a space, and the space is mine. Or at least, if not an ownership, you know. So the space being mine, you're like, okay, guess what? This is my space, and this is where I get to live. So this gives me special treats, right? For example, someone that has his home, right, and he installs security camera outside. Is he allowed to film? Yes, because it's his private property, right? I don't know if he could do that in apartments. I don't know. That's all I know. So I show him, and he's like, "Hey, what do you wanna? And he says, "You wanna drop a complaint?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No." I told him the next time she complained, remember that I had that. And it's so simple. And then the reason why I'm making this video is not about renting. There's people that I cannot do shit against, right? For example, right, the janitor. In the hierarchy of the building, he's higher than me. So if he tells me fuck you, I can't say go fuck yourself back, right? Because it's not a renter. Just like at work, I had the bully, and I couldn't ignore him because if I ignore him, he took a piece of wood, hit me, or just complained to me high, you know? So there's people that you cannot ignore, right? But I've learned the most important lesson that I've learned in life, and this is something that took me so much time to understand. This took me so much fucking time to understand. At first, when I was at my last place, I thought that it's weird. It's weird. The bully would come after me, and then he would give me shit. And give me shit, and give me shit, and give me shit. Right? And at first, people were defending me, or even then, they would come after me and say, "Don't listen to this guy, you're doing okay." And it's crazy because most people just told me, "Hey, don't listen to this guy," right? So then I come in and I'm like, okay, and something happened where he keeps on fighting, right? And then they don't defend me anymore. And I'm like, why are they not defending me anymore? And I told you, the reality is I allowed myself to be a victim. So they wouldn't defend someone they would defend a victim that is involuntary, but they wouldn't defend somebody that was voluntary. It's like, oh my god, and I hate saying this, because I'm in the scenario, I'm the chick. It's like the chick who's in a toxic relationship, right? And she got in a toxic relationship, and her first thought is, I'm gonna change that guy. I'm gonna change his world. I'm gonna change his life. With me, I'll never be the same. And everybody tells her, yo, you're not gonna change shit. You're not gonna change him. He's an asshole now. You're gonna be an asshole in 5 years. And then at first you wanna save her, but then she came back to him, and she come back to him, and she come back to him. At the end, you're like, I'm not gonna protect her. She doesn't care, right? So with the bully, what I really understood is it didn't matter if I was right or wrong, and it didn't matter. And in most cases, I was wrong. I have to admit I was wrong. So what would happen back then is you would call me name, and in this culture, calling name is okay. It's like it's not insult, it's more so teasing, right? But then me, because I'm not used to it. I would do something, and Frank would call it that one. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck you, I'm not gonna help him, I'm not gonna talk to you, right? So then you would get mad because you would say you don't care. And how am I supposed to care when you're insulting me, you know? You didn't understand that. And then, within the eyes of the boss and the eyes of everybody else, I didn't care. And the problem that I did was I start ignoring people. They were talking to me and say, hey, you okay? And I would answer because I didn't feel like talking to people. All I had to do was understand that people were on my side, right? And it doesn't matter. Like, for example, with this one, I know I could answer her, but the truth is, even if people complain about me talking on the balcony, right? if they complain to me about the janitor, if they complain to the janitor about me, the janitor would have come and see me. He didn't come and see me, right? First of all, if they complain to the janitor, they see don't change, they'll come to me, right? When you live in 12 years in the same place, people know who you are. Really good. Really good. But if they haven't come to see me, it's not a big problem, right? If one person could complain, it's them. They could complain because they're close. I live on the 4th floor, she lives on the 1st floor, she doesn't have a chance. However, yesterday when she was screaming, she possibly woke more people in a couple minutes than I did the whole night, right? Because she did that. It's very simple. You look at mad at her. So all I have to do, and sometimes, right, it's the same thing as saying karma is gonna get you. Karma's a bitch. Or karma, you're gonna get your karma, or whatever you wanna call it. But it's just wait. Those people. See, this is the beautiful thing about life. And this is the lesson that I will teach you today. And one thing about that is that I wasn't a fan of it when I started. Now I'm a huge fan. The best thing about life is it'll teach you lessons, right? So for example, right, you have, you think you're amazing, and you have your high horses, right? And then what you're gonna do is, life is gonna put somebody in your way, or they're gonna put your situation in your way, and they're gonna be like, okay, well, guess what, you're like that, you're gonna put something opposing, and then you're gonna have realization, right? It's like, you don't treat people well, and then you have this girlfriend that you really, really like, you really love her, and because you really love her, what happened is you don't treat her right, and then you lose her. And like, holy shit, I lost somebody that I care about, you know? But then, how many people did you treat like that you could have lost, that you lost, right? So it's realization. Life will have a way of balancing everything out, right? Example with money. A lot of people that are struggling when they're kids with money, they're gonna be really, really motivated with money. A lot of people with weight problem, these are studies, this is not me saying. A lot of people with weight problem, it is, as kids, they didn't have enough money, they didn't have enough food. They were scared to miss some, right? And because they were scared to miss some, now they want more and more and more and more, right? Which is normal. Same for money, same for, see, for example, me, a lot of my friends say, hey, you're cheap, right? And I've had a time where I didn't have money. So I know the value of money, and I know that I don't need to spend money on things that I don't need. It's not being cheap, it's being worried about next month. So, life has put in my way some good job, and even then, you could think about it in this way, right? Oh well, how can I put this? My apologies. Life has given me really good jobs, and because it given me really, really good jobs, then I have some money. Now I don't have a job and I don't have cash, so I have to put in my savings, right? Yesterday we had a really good news, and that really good news was the money that I owe the government. They called me and say, hey, listen, we made a mistake. You don't owe us anything, which is technically not true. I contested and said, okay, well, after revision to your, after reviewing your file, we decided that you don't owe us any money. Now, of course, I was elated, to the moon and back, right? But at the same time, I got lucky here, right? What if they didn't say, hey, we reviewed your thing and we think that you owe money, right? I would still owe $13,000. So then life has put this in my way of saying, hey, you need to work, right? And I was constantly using my savings, And then, of course, I still have savings, but then with this debt, I was like, holy shit, I'm not gonna make it, right? But then the idea, and this is how life is, the idea of getting a job, the idea of, okay, well, this is gonna work, right? The idea of finally treating this as a plan B, the idea of finally treating this as a hobby, right? Came to light. Now, it's still the case. I still want to treat this as a hobby. It is still a plan B until we find a job. Now, the truth is, I did bring some CVs yesterday. I did some applying. I applied online, so I did apply to a lot of places yesterday, right? Because we did apply to a lot of places yesterday, then I have to wait. I have to wait for the results to come in. Now, if I'm lucky, the results are gonna come in. It's gonna say, hey, guess what? We found something for you, or hey, you should apply again, right? And I'm using Indeed, which is a really good website, and it'll tell you like, was your CV viewed or not viewed? What you do is when your CV isn't viewed, and you see that the place still is hiring, you're like, okay, well, I still have a chance. If their CV isn't viewed, and there's no more position to fill, you're fucked. Or better than that, your CV has been viewed and they haven't called you. Well, they view your CV and they decided that you're not the right fit for the company. Well, let's say you're not good enough. That's not the case. There's possibly some nepotism. There's possibly some people that are more qualified than you. There's possibly some people that have a better interview than you, right? And that also plays another thing. All I can do right now is you make content, right? People last year were saying, dude, you're making so much content. You're making so much content. Now, in a perfect world, this is exactly what I need to do. And I know this is going to be sounding like a delusion of grandeur, and I'm not going to sound like craziness. It's like a madman talking. But I truly believe that. If you look at me 4 years ago, I wasn't confident. If you look at me 3 years ago, a bit more confident. If you look at me 2 years ago, I'm starting to do content with my face in. And it's not just food review. It's talking and making videos and talking and doing some recap. And if you look at me last year, I'm confident. I show my face and I make videos. So last year, when I didn't have a job and I didn't have a big social life, I had content to make. And because I didn't have a social life, I had this need for conversation, this need for social interaction, right? And this need for social interaction was making videos. Because we had a need for social interaction, I was making more videos. If I'm making more videos, then the number of videos that I have, quality-wise, is better. Quality-wise, we're going to talk about that another day. But quality-wise, I have more, right? So this was purposeful. Take me in a same situation last year with no job, and give me a couple of friends. I'm fucked. I don't do half the work I'm doing, right? I don't do half the work I'm doing. And that is something. So all of this to say, life will always find a way to kind of balance everything out, right? That's why you see people, sometimes they're rich, sometimes they're poor. That's why you see somebody that's, it's complex. You see sometimes people that really don't deserve to be living this shitty life that they're living. I saw this, what you call it? I saw this reportage. What is reportage in English? I saw this almost interview, and it's a flood. It's in Philippines. There's huge floods, and there's a lady, a reporter lady, who is stewed her fucking stomach in water, and she's interviewing this lady, and she says, how much have you lost? But before the interview even starts, the lady gives her she gives her a bunch of bananas. This lady lost her home. This lady she's living in water. She's so generous, you know? And then you ask yourself, why does this thing happen? Well, everybody that saw this interview, they realized that I could be doing more, right? There's this beautiful moment that I had, where this is absolutely insane. I was dating this girl in January, February, right? And we're talking a lot. So she told me that her dad is dead, right? And she told me her dad is dead. And it's like, in the case, it's like, I thought she meant my father doesn't exist for me. He's not in my life anymore. I thought I found myself a little shoddy with daddy issues. No, I thought it was really dead. And then she told me, and I was like, hey, she didn't tell me that, but she did. I just didn't take it literally. And then she got mad at me. And then I was like, I really hurt her feeling, and I didn't want to. So I make a video, and I realized, and that's the craziest thing. I realized that by hurting her, and actually knowing that I hurt her, I wasn't being the nicest kids to my parents. That I was possibly hurting them, right? And in this video, I cried. And I wasn't crying because I hurt her. I'm crying because I hurt my parents, right? And my mom saw that video and say, hey, don't worry. It's nice of you to have realized, and I appreciate that. But my mom, she never told me that she felt like I was disrespecting her, or she felt like I wasn't a proper kid to her, right? So when she came in and she was like, hey, thank you for saying that, I was like, holy shit, I wasn't talking to you in particular, but I'm glad that you appreciate it, right? And from then on, we had a better relationship, right? It took me hurting someone to fix a bridge I was burning with somebody else, right? Also, I have this friend. I'm not gonna name him because I fucking love him. But right now, I know he's busy. He doesn't really answer texts, and he never answers texts. He never answers texts. And I gotta be mad at him because when we were working together, I was constantly on YouTube and on TikTok, and I was obsessed. And I was like, I didn't give you time. Why would you give me time right now, right? And this is a nice lesson. This is a nice lesson of risk and reward, or risk and consequences. There's certain action that you're gonna pause, you're gonna do, and that's the craziest thing. I truly believe that karma is real, but I don't think karma is this spiritual thing. So what I think is that you're gonna do something, you're gonna hurt someone, they won't say nothing, they won't stop you. So then you're gonna hurt somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else, and then you're gonna hurt someone. I'm gonna tell you, fuck you, you hurt me, you're a piece of shit, right? And that's your karma. That's your karma. See, it's not how many people you can piss off. It's how soon, or how fast, or how slow. Maybe somebody that's gonna put you in your place. And this is karma, right? And then it's up to you to decide if I learned a lesson or I didn't learn the lesson. This person, they're super old. They're super old. Again, I could spend a fucking day arguing back and forth, right? I'm not gonna. And if you look at the video that we did yesterday, there's so many times where you can hear her, she's being loud. Am I complaining? No. Why? Because people get tired of her. Truth is, and this is not planned. This is not the perfect conclusion that I'm expecting. It's even better. Truth is, I don't need to be saying anything. Because one day, she'll meet somebody that will say something. And then she'll be out, right? You think that she's the first neighbor I had a problem with in 12 years? No, I had this neighbor when I came into the apartment. Oh my god. You have no clue. She was a fucking nightmare. My first week in the apartment, this is how bad it is. I don't have a fucking sofa. I have a bed. I don't have a bed frame. We just moved in. I think it's my first weekend. I was supposed to be able to play PS3 because I'm a gamer. No, it doesn't work. So I'm playing my game on color, right? And I got music in my ears. Why? Because my neighbor upstairs is putting music so loud. I get a knock from my neighbor. And I'm like, oh my god, because this is my first apartment. This is not my second, this is not my third. This is my first apartment. I'm like, oh my god, they want to introduce themselves. This is so cool. Because, I'm a shy guy. I was a shy guy before, even then. It's like, can you put your fucking music down? And I tell them it's not me. What do you mean it's not you? And then they tell him, come to the apartment, and he realizes the person upstairs. They were making so much fucking music. That was crazy. And he complains about her. Or the next time, it's Tuesday, it's 11:30. She's making music. She doesn't work. She's smoking weed. So I go complain about her. I knock at the door. What she does, she goes to the high hole. And then she sees me and she goes back. Then I fuck it. And then what ended up happening, she got kicked out, obviously. But most of all, the bad thing about it is, I didn't complain as much as I should. I should have complained every single day. What ended up happening is, I was my girlfriend at the time. I was possibly 24. I was with Angie. And we're in the bus, and we're not on the bus, and then the three of us together. And she said, oh, you're the guy that complains, huh? And I was actually, so I just ignore her. And Angelique, she doesn't speak English. She said, what did she mean? She said, oh, you have a really cute girlfriend. Oh, that's super nice. Yeah. People will get what's coming to them. See, I don't mean to be an asshole. I don't mean to be bragging, but there has to be something that I'm doing right. Because yes, sometimes I'm dealing with problem, sometimes I'm dealing with situation, right? But never ever am I facing with a situation I cannot, well, not control, but I cannot overcome. And to me, that's a plus. To me, that is the important part. It's not it's not the fact that we managed to win the situation. It's the fact that we tried so hard to fix everything that we could, and we succeeded or we didn't succeed. And in both cases, you have to ask yourself, did I deserve this? See, the question always has been, why is this happening to me? When the question should be, do I deserve this? Right? And if you look, even if you look at the Hinduism, which is, I think, is it the this karma is Hinduism. And if you look at it, you believe in reincarnation. So if you're a really good person, you'll be reincarnated in a beautiful animal, right? So some people that have, okay, so this is really religious, and I don't mean to be an asshole, but if you're very nice to animals or you're very pious, they'll believe that you'll be reincarnated into an elephant, which is the second beast over there. But if you're a piece of shit, if you're not nice, you'll be reincarnated into a person with deficiency. You'll be reincarnated into a fly or an animal, a insect like a snail. That's what they'll think, right? And this is the craziest part because looks like our heaven. If you're a good person, you end up in heaven, right? So all your life you have to be nice for the next life. That's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Be nice to your neighbor, right? And if you're not nice, fuck you. I have a pimple. Let's check out the pimple. There you go. I got you. See, guys, we don't need to worry about the weather anymore. The phone isn't hot. The phone is perfect. Hell yeah. You don't know the half of you. We don't deal with outsiders very well. We don't forget all from our doing take it slow. And then I've done you know. Please don't make you don't do it outside very well. You say you correct to the spell. Then I trust issue mentioned. You win. For my sake, please don't forget. All I do is even take it slow. And then I give you we will make any movement. You don't know we have to be with you. We don't deal with outside very well. They say we gonna have a certain spell. Yeah, I gotta trust you, should have mentioned. You, after all I said, please don't forget. All my friends are eating, take it slow. Ask them, ooh, please don't make any sign, then movement. You don't know the half of you. All my friends are eating, take it slow. Don't yell it outside very well. Why is it not working, dude? Why is it not working, dude? Try to be perfect. What makes me feel. Try to be perfect. Perfect, it just wasn't worth it. Do, 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 do. Da, na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.